Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of September 2nd, 2020. I wanted to first start out by saying that we had some really sad news at the end of August. Chadwick Boseman passed away after battling cancer for a little over 4 years. The man most well known for playing Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as Jackie Robinson in 42 and a handful of other movies, passed away. It is sad. I know when I found out the news, I was shocked. I was completely blown away. It was something that I think will resonate with a lot of comic book fans for a long time. But he was a good man and a powerful man, and he is missed and will be missed. So, yeah. But now we have my pull list for the week. This, again, is the week of September 2nd, 2020. First up, we have Ascender number 12. If you have not yet read Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen's Ascender, you really need to. But you have to go back and read Descender, which started it all. So really, really great stuff. I highly recommend it. Descender is fully collected. You can go grab those trades, or there's two hardcovers, I believe. Read the whole thing, get caught up, but Ascender is good stuff. Next up, we have Batman 98, Joker War Part 4. We are getting into the thick of things in the Joker War. If you're reading the Joker War stuff, some of the tie-ins might be confusing. The Joker War is running fantastic. The story straight in Batman is amazing. The tie-ins are a little confusing, I think, because there's a certain reading order to them that you need to know. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it's probably online somewhere, or yeah. So, but it's all good stuff. I have enjoyed the tie-ins, the collateral damage stuff, and it's fantastic. Next up, we have Batman: The Adventures Continue number 4. Yes, this continues the Batman Adventures stuff in that universe, and it's fun. It just brings you right back to Batman 92, or the Batman Adventures in the 90s and being a kid. Fantastic. Next up, we have DCeased Dead Planet number 3. I'm one issue behind on this, so I'm going to read issue 2 and 3, but the first issue was amazing. Tom Taylor has done a fantastic job on the DCeased line of books. They are currently doing a digital only or digital first for the DCeased books, and I kind of am a little shocked that they did that, just because DCeased is so popular. I understand they're trying to pull in other readerships, but it's definitely something that I'm kind of like, as a comic book reader, I feel slightly offended that they would go digital first with something that's in line in a universe that's going on right now. If DCeased had been around for a few more, like for 5 years, a different story. But this close, and it's really just the second DCeased story. So we'll see. Next up is The Dreaming Waking Hours number 2. I read issue 1 and loved it. I can't wait to read issue 2. G. Willow Wilson did a fantastic job on that first issue, and I cannot wait to see what else she has in store for the characters in the Sandman universe of The Dreaming. Next up is another one from Tom Taylor, and with art by Derek Robertson, and that is Hellblazer Rise and Fall number 1, a Black Label book from DC. And yeah, what can I say? This looks fantastic. I cannot wait to dive into this Hellblazer. Derek Robertson's art is amazing. He just knows how to. Oh, excuse me. He just knows how to make it look really, really good, and it's bloody and violent. And you know, hey, The Boys is out this Friday on Amazon for season 2. I cannot wait. Next up, we have Horizon Zero Dawn number 2. For those of you who like the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, I highly recommend picking up the comic. It's been a fun little thing to read. I'm super stoked for the new one, Horizon Forbidden West, that's coming out with the PlayStation 5. But you know, we'll see if I'm able to get. I'm most likely not going to get that like day one release, because those consoles always have problems. That's what I'm telling myself. Next up is Justice League number 52. Who's on this? Loveness is taking over. I don't know if it's just for this Black Mercy story arc or not, but we shall see. But yeah, It's enjoyable stuff. It's still good. Next up is there's a character on the cover that I completely and utterly despise. And I would normally put a John's written Shazam book on my like top books for the week and on my little thumbnail, but because this character is on the cover, I cannot do that. And that's Shazam 14 is out, and yes, that's Superboy Prime, and Superboy Prime is probably one of the worst DC characters known to man, in my opinion. I don't like the character. I'm not a huge fan of the entitled, like, teenage child, angry at everything in the world, pissed off mentality. It's really jarring. I didn't like Catcher on the Rye, so that might have something to do with it. Ryan Higgins, the owner of Comics Conspiracy, my friend, has brain damage and loves the character. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with Superboy Prime and Shazam, but I am not a huge fan of Superboy Prime, and it will be tough to read. Next up is a book that everybody should be reading, and if you're not reading, you need to go and find copies of the first 4 issues that came out prior and read them, because it's fantastic. And that's Tom King, Mitch Gerads, and Evan Shainer's Strange Adventures. This is issue 5 of 12. It builds and builds and builds, and there's just enough in each issue that just keeps adding to the overall story that's going forward. And man, I'm already stoked to get my deluxe hardcover and plow through reading that. Hell, I'll probably get the soft cover if they get it and release it before. But Strange Adventures is just really, really solid. Tom King just nails it with these characters. Yeah, if you're not reading Strange Adventures, I don't know why. You really need to. Like, you need to go back and read his Mr. Miracle and his Vision. They are fantastic. And finally on my pull list is Young Justice number 18, Brian Michael Bendis' Young Justice book. It's good. It's entertaining. You know, it's a bunch of teen stuff. It's cool. If you hear lapping in the background, that's because my dog decided that it was time to drink his water while I was recording. He had plenty of time to do it beforehand, most likely plenty of time to do it after, but he decided to do it right when I'm recording. That's how it is in my house. I did pick up a book to try and read, or for a reading to check it out this week, and that is We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 1 from Boom Studios. It's Al Ewing and Simone DeMeo. So I'm really curious about this book and seeing how it is. Al Ewing is not I have nothing against Al Ewing. I just don't really read Marvel, so I'm not really reading any of his books. So it's kind of nice to see a creator-owned book by him that I can get behind. And now my dog has decided to eat his food that was put out, that has been out all day. That's my dog. So that's it for what I purchased and brought home pull-wise. I did grab some variant covers. I'll go through those quick. Batman 98, I picked up the Punchline variant there. Batman 98 also had a 1 in 25 variant with Catwoman on the cover, so I got that one as well. We have DCeased Dead Planet, had a variant cover, so I grabbed that one up. Another D for DCeased. This one is the V for Vendetta book, so I grabbed that one up as well. Hellblazer Rise and Fall had a variant cover, so I snagged that one up. And I like Horizon Zero Dawn, so I got all the Horizon Zero Dawn variants I wanted to. Got the wraparound cover, game wraparound variant cover there. And I got the Peach Momoko variant, up and coming, I guess, hot artist or something. So, and then we have Shazam number 14. I like the variant there. So I grabbed that one up as well. And then, of course, there is the Strange Adventures Doc Shaner variant. So I snagged that one up as well. I also grabbed a couple of graphic novels, but they're one's for my daughter, and that's DC Superhero Girls Midterms. So I snagged that one up for her. But the other one that came out for the YA audience is Cami Garcia and Gabrielle Piccola's Teen Titans Beast Boy. I read Raven by Cami Garcia and loved it, so I can't wait to dive into Beast Boy and see what she has in store. These YA graphic novels, as well as the DC Kids books, have been fantastic. So if you have a younger reader in your life, you might want to grab those and give them a copy, because they might actually like them. DC finally released their solicitation checklists for us. And again, it's 3 posters. God knows why. First one poster that you can get is the Wonder Woman Dead Earth poster. And then again, there's the checklist for the DC solicitations. These are DC solicitations for the August solicitations, and these will be available in October. So is this like last month? I have no idea. But yeah, they sent these to stores. There's also the Joker War one there. So yeah, so I don't know if these are late or I guess I don't know. And then there's a really cool one for Rorschach. So if you want, you can grab up a little poster and throw it up on your wall, but it's really just a checklist. I wanted to do something on this week's pull list that unboxing, so to speak. And that is, I ordered something from a comic book shop through Comic Hub, and they basically, I called. Their website wasn't working through the hub, so I called them directly to to get this book. They pulled it off the shelves. They charged me over the phone. They didn't take my email to give me a shipping or like a tracking number, and said basically they would just send it out. So this was mailed out on the 25th of August, and we received it Monday, the 31st. So priority 2-day mail was really priority 2-day mail. No, it wasn't. So yeah, but this is supposed to be one of the Star Wars Epic collections that are kind of tricky to get, and so I'm really curious to see what the condition is. So let's get to it, shall we? So unbox it there. So so nice thing is inside inside the priority envelope, they had it in this container thing. Well, this container thing is not taped. It's taped on one side but not the other. It has levity, so it's bouncing around, and it can slide back and forth. So that's not good for the packing. In this case, you don't want the item to move. So let's open it up and see what we got. So I open it, and it looks to be inserts from they used inserts from the drawer boxes. These become your dividers on the drawer boxes. They're not very good. Most people don't use them. So I understand why they're using it as packing material. Condition of the book is meh. It's got some dings up here, right here. The bottom definitely got some dingage going on along here. But for the most part, it's not in horrible condition. At least it's not in Barnes & Noble beat up condition. So yeah, so that was the New Republic Volume 1. That is a little tricky to find. So I'm glad I snagged that one up. There's a couple more that I need to find that are a little hard to pick up, but I'll eventually get there. So yeah, but overall, okay. Not the way I would have packaged it, but yeah, some people say I should just do packing videos to show people how to properly pack things. But that's giving away trade secrets. Why would I do that? But those of you who've ordered from Comics Conspiracy know how well we package items and how much we want to make sure that the items get to you in quality condition. And pretty much if it's packed and not beat up, that's how it was off the shelf. So or off of us pulling it out of the diamond box. So yeah, we try and make sure we're sending good products off to people. So I gotta track down, I think that one's the New Republic. I need to track down the Old Republic Volume 1, and there was another one. But yeah, so if your local shop has Star Wars Epic Collections and they have the Old Republic Volume 1, let me know. I cannot actually look up what I need. I should post it somewhere. Maybe I'll do a posting on my blog. But yeah. So besides me trying out a new book down the road, I know I keep buying books. I have tons of books here I need to read, but this one came across, and it's actually comic book related because it is from Skybound Books, which is Kirkland's imprint, and The First Sister. So it came as a kind of a recommendation, I think, based off of people who liked Leviathan Wakes or the Expanse novels. So I'm curious to read up on this. yeah, so I read like the first page we went to Barnes and Noble today, and my kids got a couple books, but I decided to snag this one up and give it a try. So maybe down the road I will give you a review of the first sister. But currently I'm reading Slugfest, which is kind of a book about the war between DC and Marvel over the years, and I'm also reading. I'm started to read Isaac Asimov's Foundation because the TV show that on Apple TV looks interesting. I will not be watching it on Apple TV because I don't have Apple TV and I'm not going to pay for Apple TV. But I hope to see it one day because it does look interesting, and I like sci-fi stuff. So that's it for this week's pull list. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up. Let me know how you guys are doing during COVID. I know it's we're getting back into the grind of having a day job with education. Has been a little bit nice getting to talk to people, but it is uplifting to reach out and have conversations with people. I'm constantly around my kids, and they're constantly around me, and I know they're fed up with me, and I'm fed up with them. But that's what we have. That's the world we have to live in. So all of us have to just deal with it. But it's nice to get away and talk to other people. So, yeah. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 466, 67. One of those numbers is correct. It will be in the description below, and you will find out which one was correct. But we had a special guest on, Brandon Freed. Basically, Brandon Freed is the drummer in a band called Neighbourhood. That he used to be a regular to the shop until his parents moved away in the mid-aughts. But he came back to the shop and has been on the podcast a couple of times. But now he's a drummer in a band that is doing very well. So check out that. We talk about Three Jokers. We talk about a little more about Chadwick Boseman's passing. And we discuss, what else do we discuss? Oh, we discussed basically movies during COVID. Because apparently Tenet came out and Bill and Ted was released streaming, so we're really curious to see how things unveil. Not to mention New Mutants came out, and man, the critics were brutal on that film. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, check it out as usual. There's a link in the description below. It is September, and we are very, very close to the release of Detective Comics number 1027. We do have plenty of exclusive Comics Conspiracy Mitch Gerard's variant covers for sale. Head on over to comicsconspiracy.biz, or you can find us on eBay. There's links in the description below, and you can pick up a regular one, or we're going to be having some signed copies. Those ones will take a little bit longer to get because we have to ship it to him, and then he has to ship it back, and then we got to ship it out to you. But there's only going to be a limited amount of those, so if you want one, snag that one up as soon as possible. But yeah, I am going to be neck deep in shipping that stuff out, and it's just fun times. I enjoy doing it. So yeah, make me work more. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. We cannot thank you enough. And you can also follow me on, or if you want to help me out a little more directly, any of the links on Amazon, or for Amazon here to buy stuff, or at conspiratorrock.com. Click that, buy it, or click on that and go and buy something else. I get a little bit of a cut. I do appreciate it. It helps out immensely. You can also head over to my eBay page, where I'm constantly getting rid of stuff and cycling through stuff, and a bunch of stuff sold this past weekend, and it's great. I got it all out in the mail, so I do that one-day turnaround. Woohoo! So yeah, but check it out. Again, link in the description below for that. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. And that is it for this week's pull list. I need to get it up for you guys. I hope everybody's doing okay. And you stay safe out there during COVID. And I will see you next week.